For ages, people have been telling stories to each other around fire. Tales of horror, excitement, and sometimes bravery.
And we are here to continue that tradition tonight by telling you stories by the campfire. It's pretty easy to get inspiration out here. I mean, go to any nearby gas station and you'll hear about crazy stories and tales about possessed men doing horrid things, bizarre items coming to life, radio signals that plant subliminal messages in your noggin, just to name a few.
Well, on that note, let's dive into our first spooky story.
I'm first. Okay, there are rumors of a large serpent-like creature that lives in the lake. Sightings date back to the tribes that settled in the valley. Some suspect evidence has been captured over years since photography and video have become more common. Most sightings are on foggy mornings or rainy nights. The last time campers were allowed to go swimming, one nearly drowned, saying something grabbed her ankle. It took 4 counselors to pull her to safety. Don't go in the lake.
Spooky. But I'd like to remind everybody, you are not allowed to be in the lake due to a bacterial water hazard. There's no such thing as lake serpents. But there is something weird that happened in the woods around here, and this is the legend of the wooded maniac. There once was a hermit that lived in a cabin on top of a large rock in the middle of the woods here. And when that forest turned into a national park, he began to go a little crazy as the solitude was disrupted by the loud campers and the hikers. And visitors to the park began to go missing. And the wooded maniac becomes the prime suspect, naturally. When a group of children go missing, a search team and a few parents gather and attempt to confront him about the situation, only to find that the massive quantities of blood are leaking out from underneath his cabin, coating the rock below and making it slippery and impossible to access. On top of the rock, they found the hermit whistling while pouring gasoline around his cabin. Then he lights it on fire, still whistling, goes inside, while the mob watches it burn from below. The next morning, charred remains of some of the missing people are found, but the wooded maniac has mysteriously vanished. Missing persons from around these parts have been said to be killed by the man known as the wooded maniac, which is, of course, quite a legend.
One second. I think I saw someone go into the mess hall.
Well, they definitely aren't allowed to be there. You tell them I told them to get out.
This next one kind of goes along with Kate's story. Long ago, when the lake and valley were full of trees, a proud tribe of warriors lived off the land. Although strong in numbers, they only used their strength to keep intruders off their ancestral lands and tried to live in peace. And when settlers came and started to encroach on the lands of the tribe, they had no choice but to resist. After years of bloody skirmishes with the invaders, the tribe was losing numbers and decided to look towards their spiritual guardians for help. It's said that one day the entire tribe disappeared. Scouts coming across the remaining camps noted that it appeared the people walked into the lake, not away from the land. And strangely, though, even after the tribe disappeared, raids on the settlers did not stop. The few survivors have tales of figures coming out of the lake and then returning. The only evidence left behind is water, bodies, and tracks that lead back to the lake.
Well, that's pretty unsettling.
I'd like to think it's more like mermaids than like evil water demons.
I don't know if it's
Native
more
American
scary.
mermaids?
Sorry about that.
More scary or less scary?
It's like Selkies or something.
Well, what was it?
Sorry about that. I ended up finding Paul and Stacy fooling around in the mess hall.
I have warned them 3 times this week.
Anyways,
To use protection.
where were we?
You've been talking to them about... I don't think the parents are going to like that.
Probably
well,
not.
Moving on. I think we have time for
I think
one
they
more
did
story.
lose one.
They better not have. Patrick, you going to tell the story before I lose my...
Sure,
shit?
yeah.
Yeah.
The farmer in the area was blessed with 3 daughters, each more beautiful than the next. They were known for their exceptional grace and singing ability and were always being pursued by suitors. none of whom seemed to last long before the next arrived. As time marched on and the old farmer had passed away, he left his farm to his 3 daughters, who were strangely still unmarried. Many would remark how ageless their beauty seemed to be. After many more years, the farm fell into disrepair, and the girls seemingly had disappeared without any trace. Brave explorers who poked around in the old farmhouse discovered a shocking secret. A large mound of human bones piled in the cellar. Some identifying materials were found amongst the remains, linking them to some of the many known suitors of the dangerous daughters over the years. Legend says if you listen closely on quiet moonlit nights near the old estate, you too can hear the haunting, beautiful song of the farmer's daughters, no doubt luring the victims to their deadly grasp.
And with that, our campfire night has come to a close. Join us tomorrow as Patrick, Kate, Les, and myself will be in the kitchen cooking up some terrifyingly tasty treats. We'll see you then. And somebody put this out safely. I'm going to bed.